Bonjour, bienvenue sur ma chaîne YouTube. Voici une nouvelle leçon. Here is a new lesson, but first let me remind you the remote learning what we expect with your remote learning. Work in your book or piece of paper or on a Google document. Always do as if you were doing a lesson, so you need to write the date, the title, and the objectives. Watch the YouTube videos I have recorded. Pause when you need to complete an exercise, and you can also rewind if you want to do more repetition. Self-mark all your work. Each exercise must be clearly labeled, so when I go through your notes, I can give you some feedback. Finally, when you are finished, you need to attach your work to your assignment on Google Classroom and click on Submit. And you need to complete the student engagement questionnaire or the quiz after each timetable lesson. The key instruction, écoutez, listen, je répète, voilà la réponse, vérifiez vos réponses. So, newsflash, you remember we're working on a new module des villes. Previously we worked on the weather. I hope you enjoyed this and that you learned a few expressions. Today we're going to do the compass point, les points cardinaux, which are big words to say in the north, in the south, in the west, in the east. And subsequently we will learn about places in town, activities in town, and the direction. So today, please put pause. You need to write down the date, the title in French and in English, où est cette ville, which means where is this town, and the objective for today, which is to use the compass point to describe where you live and to consolidate your knowledge about weather expression. Oh, I forgot the S. So your first task, your best task, is to match the French and English countries. And you only need to write the number and letters. And the reason why I'm asking you to do this first is because we're going to say it's in the north of England, or it's in the south of France, or it's in the southwest of Belgium. So it's important that we refresh our memory. Your challenge is to say what is your nationality if you come from this country. So for example, if you come from France, you would have to say je suis français or française. So pause and do the work. Voilà la réponse. So here it was for the matching exercise, and here it if you've done the challenge. Next, well, there's no two ways to learn about direction. You just need, we need to write them down really. So I would like you to draw this. If it's too hard, you can see at the bottom, I just put some little arrows up, down, on going up, going horizontally, going diagonally. You can just do that if you find it too hard to do the one in the middle. And please, you're going to have to draw it and write it down. So I wrote j'habite dans, which means I live in. And you can say I live in the north. It would be j'habite dans le nord. J'habite dans l'est would be I live in the east. J'habite dans le sud would be I live in the south. J'habite dans l'ouest is I live in the west. And then you can be in between both. So let's see how to say I live in the northeast. In the northeast. I'm sure that some of you can have a guess, but here it is. J'habite dans le nord-est. J'habite dans le sud-est. I live in the southeast. J'habite dans le sud-ouest. I live in the southwest. J'habite dans le nord-ouest. I live in the northwest. Okay, so please pause and draw and annotate the picture. Make sure that you have everything written. Okay, and now please repeat after me. Le nord, le nord-est, l'est, le sud-est, le sud, le sud-ouest, l'ouest, le nord-ouest. Super. And here I've done a sentence builder which is including the countries. So you can say, I live in the north of France, and or therefore it is nice weather. But you can see, please pause anytime, but it's important that you look at this sentence builder. Remember, you use it going from left to right, and you don't miss any column. Otherwise, there would be something missing, okay? I'm just going to pick all the number one just to show you how it works. But if you say, c'est dans le nord de la France, donc il fait beau, it means it is in the north of France, so it is nice weather. Of course, you need to remember about your weather, yeah? So can you see each time you look at the column C, because that's a little bit new, but the column C, if you want to say, for example, the north of France, of England, of Belgium, you need this de le or de la. Can you see that? I included a country we didn't see is La Côte d'Ivoire, which is Ivory Coast, which is in Africa. And if you do the extra work at the end, I actually show you other countries which are speaking French, and it's for you to use your compass point really. So that's why I did it there. So take the time, look at it, take a picture of it with your phone if you need to, and I'm going to do a little listening exercise. So you need to write down the column A, B, C, D, E, F, okay? If you find it too challenging, only do column A, B, C. But if you want a challenge, add the column D, E, F, and you just have to write the number of the words I'm saying. Okay, so let's see, I need to remember what I'm saying. So, are we ready? Écoutez. Let's listen. First sentence. I'm going to say it in French. You just have to write down the number in each column. Okay? So we're going to do a quick example, and I'm only going to use the first 3 columns to make it easy. What number do I pick in column A? What number do I pick in column B? And what number do I pick in column C? If I say, j'habite dans le sud de l'Écosse. I repeat, je répète, j'habite dans le sud de l'Écosse. Well, in column A, because I say j'habite dans, so it is I live in. I'm sorry, I forgot the in. So in column A, you should have put number 2. Then I pick in column B le sud, so it's number 5. And I picked in column C de l'Écosse of Scotland, so you should have written number 4. Okay, let's start now. We're just going to do 3 of them, okay? So number 1. J'habite dans l'ouest de la Côte d'Ivoire et il fait chaud. Je répète, I repeat. J'habite dans l'ouest de la Côte d'Ivoire et il fait chaud. Pause. Voilà la réponse. Here are the answer. Donc, vérifiez vos réponses. Check your answer. It was 2, I live in. 7, l'ouest, west. 6, of Ivory Coast. 2, and 1, il fait. And 3, chaud. So it meant I live in the west of Ivory Coast and it is hot. Sentence number 2. It's not easy, isn't it? Sentence number 2. Ce n'est pas dans le nord-est de l'Irlande. Et il y a du vent. I repeat. Ce n'est pas dans le nord-est de l'Irlande et il y a du vent. If you want to give yourself an extra challenge, it would be, what did that mean in English? Pause it. Voilà la réponse. Here is the answer. It was A3, B2, C5, D2, E2, F2. And I say it is not in the northeast of Ireland and it is windy. That's a long sentence. I remind you, if it's too hard for you, just stop at column C, yeah? And the last sentence I'm going to do, je n'habite pas dans le sud de l'Angleterre. Donc, il fait froid. I'm repeating, je répète, je n'habite pas dans le sud de l'Angleterre. Donc, il fait froid. You can play it again or pause it. Voilà la réponse. Here is the answer. It was A4, B5, C2, D1, E1, F4. And what does it mean? It was, I don't live in the south of England, so it is cold. Okay? So what I suggest here, if you want some consolidation, you can just look at it and try to practice saying some sentence in French and translate them in English. You have written last lesson the meaning of the weather expression, so maybe you could jot down what it means again in order to refresh your memory. And you have all the compass point on your piece of paper or on your Google Doc. Now moving on. Spot the silence letter, so it's just to help you with your pronunciation. I would like you, you can write in your book, spot the silent letter. You can write these sentences and just underline the word, the letter, that I'm not pronouncing, okay? If you want to only do the first two sentences, it's fine. If you are quite confident with your pronunciation, that's amazing. You have a challenge, it's add in French, but I like the south of France, but that's the last sentence. And you have a super challenge, it's to translate the sentences, okay? But first, let's focus on the pronunciation. So, number 1, I'm going to read the sentence twice, and you have to underline the letter. So you need to write I suggest that you pause and that you write the 4 sentences first, and then you unpause and you listen to me saying the sentences. Okay, let's start. J'habite à Newcastle, dans le nord de l'Angleterre. It would be much easier if I was in the classroom pointing at it, but hey, I repeat, j'habite à Newcastle, dans le nord de l'Angleterre. And I underline the sentence, the letters for you. J'habite, remember? And please notice, j'habite à Newcastle. So j'habite à, I live at. It would be at, actually, you know. À is more at than in, but in good English, it would be in. J'habite à Newcastle means I live in Newcastle, but did you notice it's not the same as in the north of England? So remember, when you want to say I live in a town, you have to use à. But if you want to say I live in the north, in the south, in the west, in the east, you have to use dans. Sorry, I'm talking a bit too much here. Sentence number 2. C'est dans le sud de l'Angleterre. C'est dans le sud de l'Angleterre. Here's the answer. J'habite dans l'est de l'Angleterre. J'habite dans l'est de l'Angleterre. Voilà la réponse. And finally, je n'habite pas dans l'ouest de la France. Je répète, je n'habite pas dans l'ouest de la France. Voilà la réponse. If you done the challenge, but I like the south of France, mais j'aime le sud de la France. And if you've done super challenge, did I translate it there? Yes, I translated all of them, so you can check it. Next task, it's a writing task, so please in your book write down gapped parallel text, and you just need to look at the French text, and it's already partially translated, but there are some gaps, so please click on pause and do the work. And if you want to do the challenge, please do. It's look up Bordeaux on the internet, which is a town in France. What did you like about Bordeaux, and what is it famous for? So now I'm going to give you the answer. Voilà les réponses. Okay, and remember to self-mark it. Vérifiez vos réponses. Finally, this is extra, but if you want to speak a little bit, the parler means speak. Tu habites où en France means where do you live in France? So I would like you, here you have a picture of the map of France. I would like you to choose a town in France where you will pretend to live. So you can see, you can pick from 5 of them. And then you have to say where you live in France. So you can use your sentence builder to help you. But I also gave you an example. And if you want, you can record your voice on vocabo.com and send me the recording. So I gave you an example, an exemple. So you see in French, exemple is almost the same as in English, except that it's with an I. So I put j'habite, which means I live, à Lille. So I pick Lille, which is in the north. I think you can see it. So j'habite à Lille. Remember, with the name of the town, you put à first. But then Lille is in the north of France. If you're not very confident with your compass point, cardinal point, with the north, east, south, west, I put the purple compass to help you. Okay? So j'habite à Lille, dans le nord de la France, is an example. So you can just copy it and try to use it to pick your town. Your challenge is to add the weather. So if you want to say, you can pick any weather, really, any weather expression that you remember. This is just a little memory task. It would be something you can do as extra as well if you want to, or you can just move on. But the aim is basically to observe the list of the French words